Prime Minister of St. Maarten, Silveria Jacobs, Prime Minister of Tourism, Economic Affairs, Transport and Telecommunication, and Acting Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, the Honorable Ludmila De Wever, online viewers and radio listeners via St. Maarten Gov Radio 107.9 FM and respective radio stations island-wide. Good morning. I'm Rolika Roach of the Department of Communication, and I welcome you today, Monday, February 22nd, 2021, to the live broadcast of the first administered COVID-19 vaccination on St. Maarten. I would first like to invite the Prime Minister of St. Maarten, the Honorable Silveria Jacobs, to provide you with her opening remarks to kick off the vaccination campaign.
Thank you, Rolika. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. That's an African proverb which I think best describes our situation today. And with that, it gives me great pleasure today as we look forward, St. Maarten, to the future, a future where we can live with the freedoms we once took for granted. It gives me great pleasure to join my colleagues today to commence our vaccination program with the first vaccines on the island of St. Maarten, which arrived last Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and those within the sound of my voice, good morning. Approaching March 2021 will mark 1 year since the onset of the pandemic here on the island. It has indeed been a challenging year, not just for St. Maarten, our government, and our people, but for people all around the world. Today, parents are still challenged and struggling to balance the educational needs of their children with the work demands, while the business community has seen the roughest economic downturn, and many are suffering bereavement to their core from the loss of a loved one as a result of COVID-19. We are finally at a point where we look to the future with much hope and optimism. And I take this time to thank the people of St. Maarten for your patience, dedication, and yes, resilience. The word resilience could not better describe our nation. We have been asked, when will this vaccine be available? And today, yes, today we can say with great joy that this day has finally come as we begin phase 1 of our execution. As we start this phase with all our frontliners in the medical field and our most vulnerable, the elderly, I am proud and grateful to all who have made today possible. The government of St. Maarten looks forward to us having a healthier, a safer St. Maarten. And as we start today's proceedings, I want to say a heartfelt thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister Jacobs, for your opening remarks. At this time, I would like to invite the Acting Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, the Honorable Ludmila De Wever, to address you. Minister De Wever.
Good morning to the residents and staff of the White and Yellow Cross and the public who are watching or listening in. On behalf of Minister Panafleck, I'd like to say a few words. Today marks a special milestone for St. Maarten. We are now one of the countries in the world who are privileged to receive COVID-19 vaccines, and together we are taking a step in the right direction for public health. This setting is quite fitting to celebrate this milestone. Some of St. Maarten's most vulnerable reside here at the White and Yellow Cross. White and Yellow Cross is leading the way along with other healthcare institutions and healthcare providers in ensuring that we not only protect the most vulnerable, but that of our families at home and at work. Being able to receive the vaccine on the island was no easy feat. There were numerous partners who devoted countless hours to ensure that all aspects were in place for the arrival of the vaccine. Thank you to Minister Panafleck to Collective Prevention Services, the Department of Public Health for the ongoing commitment to safeguard the health and safety of our population. Thank you to the vaccine management team, the workstream officers and their support staff who contributed their time, expertise, and energy to this operation. I would also like to thank the pharmacies and GP who all made their contribution, and last but not least, the Netherlands for giving us these vaccines. I am looking forward to the public rollout of the vaccination campaign and encourage everyone to educate themselves about the vaccine. Engage with your doctor or CPS and register to receive the vaccine. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister De Wever, for your opening remarks. At this time, I would like to invite the Manager of Operations of the Sint Maarten White and Yellow Cross Foundation, Mrs. Brechtje Boetekees, to give her remarks.
Good morning, and welcome to the White and Yellow Cross Care Foundation. We are honored to be the first to vaccinate one of our very dedicated nurses. We cannot wait to get started. For today's live feed, the entire vaccination process will take place in one room. However, when you come for your vaccination, you will experience going from room to room to complete the process. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our team. Our intaker, Julie, our doctor, Marga Nonneman, and our nurses, Claudette and Nancy. We will now start the vaccination process. Claudette has arrived with her intake and consent form. She has answered her healthcare questions, and Julie has reviewed her answers. They will now sign together for consent. When you sign for consent, it means that you fully understand that you're taking the vaccine, what mild side effects you may expect, and you have well been informed. Claudette is now fully ready to be vaccinated. Nurse Nancy, you can proceed. The vaccine has already been diluted in a separate room and is now ready to be given. Nancy will double-check the answers on the form to see if there are any healthcare issues she should take into consideration. For example, maybe Claudette has fainted before when taking a vaccine. She will pay extra attention then if that would happen again. So Nancy is verifying very carefully, so she's really well prepared. The vaccine is going to be administered in the muscle of Claudette's upper arm. That is what you call an intramuscular injection, and she's ready now to receive it, rolling up her sleeve. Our first frontliner receiving her vaccine. We are so excited. Claudette has received her vaccine. To be fully protected, she will return here in 3 weeks' time for her second dose. It is very, very important that you do so as well. You will need 2 injections. 1 week after the second injection, you will achieve your maximum level of protection, which is 95%. After you've taken the first shot, always come back for your second doses. Even if you've had some mild side effects after the first, you must complete your 2 sets. I would now like to invite Nurse Nancy to ask Nurse Claudette several questions about her experience and also her motivation to be vaccinated here today as the first. Claudette is taking off her mask because we will monitor her, so we can see her face and how she's doing. Nurse Nancy, the floor is yours.
Nurse Claudette, how you feeling?
I am at the moment, I'm feeling fine just as before I walked in. And for the vaccination, I felt like a little bit of an ants on my arm. But it's okay so far.
What is the reason you take the vaccine?
Okay, being a quality nurse for the foundation gives me the opportunity to interact in different departments with different clients, and my staff, my colleagues and family members, and working in our own COVID unit. It gave me the opportunity to see how vulnerable our clients were after being contracted with the COVID. And I take the vaccine because I wanted to protect my clients, protect the community, and to protect my coworkers.
How it feels to be the first one to get the vaccine on the island?
I am honored to be the first person to take the vaccine, as I am very honored to be a part of the solution, and I'm trying to pave the way so that all my colleagues can follow. Now I take it to protect you, now you take it to protect someone else.
That's so nice. So, what advice you can give out to the public that still have doubts about the vaccine?
I would advise the public to do their research, obtain information. You have to be comfortable. I myself was a bit hesitant, but after I get the facts and you go through all the necessary literature, you come to terms and you want to make a difference. So therefore, I would encourage them to take the vaccine, and together we are stronger together.
That's so true. What is your last word in all the situation, and what's your feeling about it?
I felt like, we love our loved ones. We want everyone to go back to somewhat, I would say, normal. We need the economy to get back to somewhat normal. There are a lot of persons out there that do not have jobs, and for us to get back to some normality, we should come together and do the right thing.
Okay, with this words, Claudette, you still feeling okay?
I'm still feeling fine.
Okay, so you think and you surely know that you did the right thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
so
very
much
much
for sharing, my ladies. Our team will monitor Claudette for 15 minutes, and you will continue to see her on your screen. This monitoring is done for the highly unlikely chance that she may respond allergic to the vaccine. At the end of her monitoring period, Claudette will receive her vaccination card as proof of vaccination. After today, we will continue straight away, after the live feed with vaccinating our clients and staff. We will also vaccinate family doctors, physical therapists, pharmacies, and other healthcare workers with direct contact. They all want to protect the patients that they serve. Among our seniors, there have many people who have signed up. In our elderly care unit, a whopping 86% is going to get vaccinated. They have felt the impact of COVID-19 like no one else. Soon, it will be a year ago that they last hugged or kissed their children or grandchildren. A year ago, they last went to attend a church service or a family gathering. They have seen fellow residents become infected with this virus and become very, very sick. Our clients know, like no other, that this vaccine is a lifesaver. And that it saves lives, we can already see by looking at countries that have vaccinated already large parts of their senior population, like Israel. They have completed maybe 70% of their 60-plus with 2 vaccines and are immediately rewarded with a tremendous drop in hospitalizations and infections. When the vaccination rate on Sint Maarten increases, the infection rate will drop and the virus will stop circulating on our island. To achieve this, we need many people to take the vaccine. I urge you to sign up today. Anyone can already sign up, regardless if it's your turn as a group or not. Click the link on the government webpage or pick up a paper registration at your family doctor or pharmacy. When it is your turn to be vaccinated, you will receive your appointment via WhatsApp, email, or a phone call. When we all take the vaccine, it will not be just a small step towards normalcy. It will be a giant leap. I thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Boutakes, for your remarks and guiding us through the vaccination process. At this time, I would like to invite the Department Head of the Collective Prevention Services, Mrs. Avalista de Weaver, to address you.
Thank you, Ms. Roach. Good morning to the Honorable Prime Minister, Minister de Weaver representing the Ministry of VSA, residents and staff of White and Yellow Cross, and to those streaming live. As the head of CPS, which is the public health entity responsible for vaccinations, I am honored to be present here today and to be a part of this national accomplishment. I hope that you will join me in registering for the vaccine, whether you choose to do it online or in person. Online registration can be accessed through the Government of St. Maarten's webpage, www.stmartengov.org/coronavirus. For those of you who prefer to complete a paper version of this registration, this can be picked up at several locations, including CPS, doctors' offices, the government building, select pharmacies. Paper forms have been translated in Spanish and Creole, and I ask the public to please bear with us as we get these updates on our website as well. Completed forms should be dropped off at CPS. This week, I will be taking the vaccine, and I'm motivating others to do the same. St. Maarten, let us do our part to reduce COVID-19. Together, we are protected. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lista de Weaver, for your remarks. At this time, I would like to re-invite the Acting Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, the Honorable Ludmila de Weaver. Minister de Weaver.
Thank you, Ms. Roach. Lastly, I just wanted to say congratulations again to everyone involved in this process and getting us this far, even before some of our sister islands. One of the reminders that I would like to tell the public is to encourage each and every one of us to register online and to assure our families that this is the safest route for our island. The vaccine is safe and it is free of charge. It cannot change your DNA, and you do not have to be a Sint Maartener to receive the vaccine. Every person residing on the Dutch side of the island is welcome to come and receive the vaccine. I would like to reassure the public that your information will remain confidential and it will be deleted after receiving your first dose. So please register and protect our island. I for sure have done it already. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister de Weaver. I would now like to also re-invite the Prime Minister of St. Maarten, the Honorable Silveira Jacobs, to address you and give you her closing remarks. Prime Minister Jacobs.
Thank you, Alaika. Thank you, Nurse Claudette. Thank you so much. As a nation, we've come through many, many challenges, and today marks the start of yet another hurdle that we can face together as well. We are indeed fortunate to have received the vaccines on the island. I know of some countries, even bigger than ours, that only received 200. And so that once we've received it, we can help to create the herd immunity that we need within our community so that we can go back to a normal life. Our approach to the distribution is, of course, a humanitarian one, whereby we will ensure that persons in our community that are the most vulnerable will receive the vaccine first. The most vulnerable group includes our healthcare frontliners, and we thank Nurse Claudette for being the first of those, and I encourage all of those who work in that sector to get vaccinated. Those of you who have been serving so selflessly over the past year, and even before that, of course, and followed by those who with the higher risk among our senior citizens. While those here in the facility are easy to reach, I want to encourage those who are at home, who have loved ones, to register them so that they too can be in this first wave of protected persons. We ask you for your patience, St. Maarten, as we roll out the largest vaccine drive this island has ever seen in modern history. We will all get the opportunity to be vaccinated. I, for one, will definitely get vaccinated when it is my turn. And as such, I encourage each and every one of you to follow the recommendations and register today for the vaccine. I would like to allay the fears of those who still have them related to the vaccine. All vaccines have been thoroughly tested on tens of thousands of persons in medical trials before they were even approved. And as a government, we have provided information related to the research on the vaccine and answered many, many questions. I encourage you to do your own research. Go online at www.stmartengov.org/coronavirus and get all the information you need so that you can protect yourself and your loved ones. In the meantime, please do not become complacent. Don't forget to wear your mask and keep a social distance and wash your hands often, because it is not until we're all protected that we can still say we are in a place where we can stop these things. I'm extremely grateful to our Kingdom partners for aiding us as a country and for CPS specifically in the provision of this vaccine, as well as the preparation and execution of the rollout of our vaccination program. I thank the Minister and the Ministry of Public Health, and though he couldn't be here today, he has done an extremely good job of pushing, tirelessly working hard in the planning and execution of the distribution. I want to thank all the stakeholders outside of the ministry, key stakeholders who collaborate and cooperate to make this possible. I remind you today, on behalf of the government of St. Maarten, to register via the online or even on our hard copies, which will be available at select pharmacies, your doctor's office, as well as the government building in the course of this week. Register to be vaccinated today. Do it for yourself. Do it for your loved ones and community of St. Maarten. Together, we are stronger, and together we can. And I'd like to take this time to congratulate Nurse Claudette. She's surpassed her 15 minutes and has received her vaccination passport, which of course she still has to take dose number 2, and we would look out for how that happens as well. Thank you, Claudette. Thank you, White and Yellow Cross. Thank you, CPS, and may God bless you and the people of St. Maarten as we work together to protect St. Maarten from COVID-19 and get back 100% on our feet.
Honorable Prime Minister Silveria Jacobs, Acting Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, the Honorable Ludmila de Wever, radio listeners and online viewers, this brings us to the end of the live broadcast for today, Monday, February 22nd, 2021. For rebroadcast, tune in to St. Maarten Gov Radio 107.9 FM, the official Facebook page of the Government of St. Maarten, the YouTube channel Government of St. Maarten, and St. Maarten Cable TV Channel 115. For rebroadcast, tune into stmartingov.org. On behalf of the Department of Communication and the Government of St. Martin, I'm Malika Roach and wishing you a pleasant day further.